Hello and welcome to Weekly Wisdom. My name is Mark Van Buren, and today I'd like to talk about our minds and our thoughts and how we can be the master of our minds and thoughts rather than our thoughts being the master of us. Now look, we get this idea when we start meditating that we're not supposed to have thoughts. And by saying things like be fully present, having no thoughts, even saying that, having no thoughts, can give you that idea that you're not supposed to have thoughts. I mean, it makes sense. No thought might mean, hey, you're not supposed to have thoughts. But the truth is, having no thought just means that we can let thoughts arise and not have to immediately identify or grasp onto them. So that's how you have no thoughts, by not grasping onto them, by not believing in them, by not indulging in them. And that's what you learn from meditation. Now, for most of us who've never meditated before, who've never looked into our minds before to see our thoughts, well, guess what? Our thoughts are in control. If the mind says jump, we jump. If the mind says eat, we eat. Whatever the mind says, we feel like that we have to basically become a servant of it. We are a servant of our mind. We just have to do whatever the mind says. Why do we do this? Well, we've been basically told our whole life that this is who we are, that the thoughts we experience are who we are. So when the mind says it wants this, we feel that we need exactly what that mind is telling us we need. But the truth is that mind just spits stuff out all day. It's just something that was created to judge, to react, to make sense of reality, to keep us safe. And these are all good things. Mind isn't a problem that we need to throw out. Just like ego, especially with the spiritual practices, we get this idea that the self is bad. We need to get rid of self. Mind is bad. Thinking is bad. And that's not true. Thinking is a very useful and necessary tool for us to live in this reality, for us to function with each other in this life. So don't think that you need to get rid of your thoughts. Don't think that thoughts are bad, but just realize that thoughts are not the master. That you have the ability to see what you're thinking and then decide, is this thought wholesome or unwholesome? If you notice that the thought is unwholesome and is going to lead to your suffering or suffering of other people, well, guess what? Thoughts are impermanent. You can leave it alone and not pick it up. No thinking. Just like I explained before. But if you notice that, hey, this thought is wholesome, it's cultivating loving kindness, it's cultivating wisdom or compassion, well, pick it up, use it, absolutely. If you have to plan something, if you need to think to figure out a problem, do it. That's totally fine. There is no issue with that. The issue becomes when the mind starts telling you exactly what you need to do and you have to fulfill every single wish. Think about this. How many times have you fulfilled a thought or a craving? You may have temporarily been satisfied, but guess what? Another craving came, and another, and another. Mind wasn't created to be satisfied. So if you keep listening to it, if you keep being a servant to mind, guess what? You're not going to be satisfied. Because if the mind is never satisfied and you keep identifying yourself as the mind, you will not be satisfied yourself. So we need to learn to become the master of our thoughts rather than letting the thoughts master us. So this week, really look at your thoughts, really look at your mind and see which thoughts are wholesome and which thoughts are unwholesome, and see if you can become the master of your thoughts rather than continuously and endlessly serving your thoughts. So thank you all for watching today. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.